Hi everybody, I'm Patrick Dockery. In my life, I have worn many hats and tasted many flavors. As I travel the world, I explore the finest cities in search for culture, history, and great food. Along the way, I get to meet today's most interesting celebrities, focusing on the positive side of life, allowing them to share their causes, charities, and what truly fascinates them. We cook and dine with some of the finest chefs of our time, preparing healthy and delicious meals in some of the hottest restaurants. Also, we showcase the latest, most creative, and hippest trends of beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. I pursue my passion for health and fitness and acquire some of the most innovative wellness strategies. And now, I want to share this all with you. So come along on this amazing journey, and together we will experience a world of health, beauty, and life. On today's show, we're heading to the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, Tennessee. The Bluebird has gained worldwide recognition as a songwriter's performance space where the heroes behind the hits perform their own songs. It's also been a place for up-and-coming artists to be discovered, such as Garth Brooks and Taylor Swift. We'll give you a front row seat into this intimate musical showcase. Then, most singer-songwriters would be lost without the proper tools of the trade. So we visit George Gruhn, the world's leading expert on vintage American guitars. George shares his collection of guitars and other instruments from some of country music's greatest musicians and rock stars. Then, Dr. Tess Mauricio introduces a new regenerative cell therapy procedure that provides pain relief and healing from joint injuries by using your own cells. But first, let's head to Nashville for an unforgettable performance at the Bluebird Cafe. For almost 30 years, the Bluebird Cafe has been the place where Nashville's singer-songwriters have shared their work and told their stories to appreciative nightly visitors and music execs alike. Don't let the humble appearance of this musical landmark fool you. Magic happens nightly at the Bluebird. And it was in this simple cafe that the likes of Garth Brooks, Taylor Swift, and other Nashville luminaries were discovered. We were invited to see some of today's most prolific songwriters. Gordon Kennedy.
Well, there I was in Hollywood, wishing I was doing good, talking on the telephone line. They don't need me in that movie.
Marcus Hummon.
Sing my songs and my mama said my baby's doing fine. Well, first I got to thinking, and then I started drinking, and I really had a friend.
Bill Lloyd.
That I had no business leaving, and nobody would be grieving if I went on back to the time.
And Danny Flowers. These four are no strangers to the cafe or the top of the music charts, with such hits among them as Bless the Broken Road, To Change the World, Niagara Falls, and Tulsa Time. Each were returning to participate in the annual Alive at the Bluebird, a month-long concert series benefiting Alive Hospice of Tennessee. This year marked the 20th anniversary of the event, and the proceeds raised helped Alive Hospice provide hospice care and grief support to their patients and the community, regardless of insurance or ability to pay.
If I could reach the stars over one down for you.
Alive Hospice was one of the nation's earliest hospice programs, and since 1975 has had a long-standing tradition of loving care.
And who we are as a hospice organization, we're not-for-profit. We've been around for 37 years, and our whole goal is to be able to give our patients and their families an opportunity really to find healing when cure is no longer an option at the end of life. And it's just an incredible service and a mission-based opportunity. And the benefit for the Alive at the Bluebird series really allows us to be able to raise funds to be able to provide care for anyone who would need or benefit from our hospice services regardless of their ability to pay.
Baby, if I could change the world.
Stick around, we're just getting warmed up at the Bluebird. Welcome back to the Bluebird, the Songwriters Cafe. Those in need were not the only ones benefiting from the night's sounds. Those in attendance were delighted by guitar playing, singing, and the collaborations that took place. So sit back, turn the volume up, and let the sounds of the historic Bluebird Cafe take you away.
I set out on a narrow way, it was many years ago, hoping I would find true love along that broken road. But I got lost a time or two, I wiped my brow, I kept pushing through, 'cause I couldn't see how every sign pointed straight to you. Never belong, lost dreams led me to where you are. And others who broke my heart, they were like northern stars, pointing beyond my way into your loving arms. This much I know, this much is true, that God bless the broken road and led me straight to you. Niagara Falls. Slowly I turn, step by step, inch by inch. The closer I get, winding up with nothing at all. Niagara Falls. You can get out on a highway, you can get out on a plane, you can get out on a barrel if your luck don't want to change. Wind up getting famous, make a big splash, or shuffle off to Buffalo, never come back. Niagara Falls. Slowly I turn, step by step, inch by inch. The closer I get to winding up with nothing at all. Niagara. Not another tear to cry. Return this body back to the earth. Lord, give me wings to fly.
guardian angel leading me up high. No more sorrow, suffering or pain, not another tear to cry. Return this body back to the earth, Lord, give me wings to fly.
Coming up next, we stop in with George Gruhn to check out some vintage American guitars. Welcome back. Now let's check in with George Gruhn. Whether you're a professional musician, a casual player, or simply a lover of music, the showroom at Gruhn Guitars is something special. From acoustic to electric, banjos and mandolins, Gruhn's is a haven for finely crafted instruments. Since 1963, George Gruhn has distinguished himself as the one to see in Music City for all things guitars. How did you get involved with guitars? Because I know you were studying snakes.
I didn't even develop an interest in guitars until I went to college. I looked at the guitars almost as zoological specimens, and I got interested in them as pieces of art and history. The great ones have soul and personality almost as though they were alive. You can look at them the same way you would catalog zoological specimens, and you can study them in much the same way.
So I think the guitars are doing pretty good, because I looked at some of the price tags on some of these, and wow, we're talking $65,000, some of them.
And we have guitars that are more than $60,000. I have one on the wall just right a few feet from here. It's $135,000.
Wow.
We sold one yesterday that was $185,000.
That's amazing.
It's shipped out and gone.
Popular artists like Eric Clapton, Neil Young, Johnny Cash, and Paul McCartney have all walked away with guitars from the little Nashville shop. Here, vintage acoustic and electric guitars, played and created by the greats, feature sounds and pedigrees like no other guitars on the planet.
This is a guitar classical made by Manuel Velasquez. This particular one was owned by Chet Atkins.
Okay.
It was one of his favorite guitars that he had for quite a few years and had it till he died. Priced at $25,000. In fact, here's a picture of Chet.
Oh, Chet himself, yeah. There you go.
This is that
guitar. Look at that.
This is the guitar.
Wow.
And it's one that he actually did own and use.
Yeah.
And was certifiably Chet's. This guitar.
That guy, what's that guy doing?
Fewer than 100 of these made, but
wow.
This particular one was owned by Dan Fogelberg.
Yeah.
And he actually got it from me back in the early 70s.
And you're looking for 80 grand for this one?
This is a guitar that would bring at least $60,000 even if it wasn't his.
Okay.
This particular banjo was owned by Joe Maphis, who was one of the founders of the Bakersfield sound.
Sure.
It was his personal banjo, and he recorded quite a bit with this. So there's plenty of photos of him and recordings of him with this instrument.
Well, you know, people don't have to necessarily come here. You also have a website. And what is that website?
Easy to remember, www.guitars.com.
Okay.
GUITARS.com.
All right. It's been great, and you're a wealth of information, and people definitely need to take advantage of that. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here, and until next time, just remember to enjoy. Don't go anywhere. Dr. Tess Mauricio is up next. We're back. Okay, it's time to visit with Dr. Tess Mauricio. Well, hello, everybody. Today we're here again with America's favorite dermatologist, Dr. Tess Mauricio.
Hello.
And we're doing something a little different today.
It's different. We're actually in our surgical center here in Escondido, California.
You're all over the place.
Right, and today I am wearing my surgeon outfit.
And your surgeon shoes.
And my surgeon shoes. Check those out. So what we're going to do today is really one of the cutting edge technologies to use our body, actually our fat cells. Fat cells actually have the ability to have what we call regenerative progenitor cells that are very early in their maturity, and we will inject it in your troubled knee.
Right.
You know, instead of having surgery, or for patients who've had lots of surgeries already and they're looking at knee replacement, this is a wonderful way where we are using your own cells to heal. First part of the procedure is numbing, and there's that bag there. That's about 3 liters of numbing medicine plus epinephrine, and it will literally make this procedure bloodless. You will not lose blood. Okay, so we're gonna get started.
All right, we've harvested the fat, and then we have Mr. Needleman here, which is
Korean killer.
The Korean killer. He's gonna give me a kingdom style injection. Now this is interesting. So James, show them. We'll get up close and we'll show them exactly what we're gonna do with this harvested fluid and fat that we've produced here.
Well, we're gonna go right into your knee joint. Imagine these cells. We're trying to put at least 50 million cells in there. They're gonna be floating around in this happy little fluid. Hopefully, I'll tell you if it's happy in there or not.
Okay. Wow. That's
Ideally,
exciting.
when they're really happy, if they're attached to something and your knee needs cartilage, it'll make cartilage. If it needs bone, it'll make bone. If it needs to make a blood vessel, it'll turn into a blood vessel.
This is interesting. This is actually fascinating.
We're injecting your own cells, so nothing bad can happen.
Yeah, nothing bad could happen. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna get started.
100 million.
Cells, and we're gonna take 50 million of them right here, and we're gonna inject them into Patrick's knee.
You know, it's weird that, obviously everybody doesn't realize this, but, James has reformed his life. He was a long time Korean contract killer, and now he's healing people. James, thank you. You've come full
Out of
circle.
death comes life.
You lost a lot of weight.
I have.
And it's been like a month the last time I saw you.
Well, what has happened is my knee all when it was hurt, and I just didn't have the motivation because there was so much pain to do the cardio. Well, just to show you, everybody, so you don't think I'm kidding. I mean, hello. Look at me jump. And look, whoop, Michael Jackson, I'm ready. Let's go.
I know.
I couldn't do that. And believe me, I can jump on one leg, jump on this one leg.
Awesome. Well, that's really what happens. A lot of people like Patrick who get injured.
Yes.
They really end up becoming unhealthy and gain a lot of weight, and they can't get back to working out and moving because of pain. And so this really offers people an alternative and an option that doesn't require a big amount of surgery.
I feel more energy. I feel healthier, I'm motivated, and I'm excited.
That's it. We're living life to the fullest, and we're using our own natural ability to heal.
Absolutely. I love it. There you go, Dr. Tess. Well, last night I'm sitting at home just relaxing with my dogs, and all of a sudden I got a text coming through, and it's Miss Tess, Dr. Tess. And you had something pretty amazing, didn't you?
Yes, it's very amazing because we had Auntie Annie, who actually had the same procedure that you had for your knees.
Oh, yeah.
The regenerative cell treatment. I wanted her to really share her story because it's fantastic. She was suffering from chronic daily, excruciating pain from rheumatoid arthritis. And it was pain in her hands, her joints, her shoulders, the whole body. She could barely walk. And so this is why I recommended the procedure for her.
When you asked her on a scale of 1 to 10 where the pain was?
What was it, Auntie?
Like a 10.
Yeah, 10.
10. Where is it? Where would you say it is now?
Oh, it's just like maybe 2 or less than 2.
Yeah.
Wow, That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
So she's living her life again, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm reborn.
Yeah? You get the activity going. So people, there is hope.
And so I said, Auntie, let's try this. I can't make any promises, which, that's the key is there's no guarantee how it's going to respond. So that's what I told you as well. But, what is the harm? It's your own cells.
Absolutely.
And I said, let's try it. You're at the end of the road as far as options.
Good thing she had you as a niece.
Oh, yeah.
And so far, how the relief's 2 months almost now, huh? Wow.
Raise your arms and everything. She's like,
more
her
pain on my
swelling.
Shoulder.
Yeah, and her hand swelling, her
Yeah.
joints. It's amazing.
Yeah, because I could see where you have this here still. But that looks very painful, but it's not hurting you
Yeah,
anymore,
it's not
huh?
hurting anymore. Yeah.
That's incredible.
I can't believe it.
Well, I'm glad you're back on the right track and having fun.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about.
Living life to the fullest and enjoying, right?
That's what it's all about. Good job. All right. Well, hey, there's hope. There's hope. And Tess, not only are you virtually pain-free now, but you lost some weight.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a win-win. Gotta love it.
You gotta love it.
Well, thanks, Tess. Thanks for bringing me in, and thanks for meeting you. And I'm so glad you're doing better. Stick around. There's more Health, Beauty, Life to come. Okay, welcome back. Thanks to all the performers at the Bluebird Cafe for playing their music and for giving such great performances. And thanks to George Gruhn for sharing his unbelievable guitar collection with us. And as always, I want to personally thank you, Dr. Tess Mauricio, for your breakthrough procedures that always make me feel like myself again. Until next time, just remember to enjoy.